Okay guys, I'm about to show you how I normally draft and cut my kaftans. I normally make use of the straight shoulder patterns, but I will go into details about the straight shoulder pattern later on, but for now just pay attention to what I'm doing. So first of all, I take out my shoulder measurement. After drawing my shoulder line, then I go to the armhole. I will make another video of how I normally to calculate my armhole length, but for now just pay attention to what I'm doing. After the armhole, I'll go straight to the chest line, the bust line. The length of the armhole is what determines where the chest line starts from. So the next step is to take my chest measurement. That's what I'm working on. I'm working with a chest of 48 inch. The initial measurement was supposed to be 44, but you don't cut exact. You need to remember to add your swing allowance. Then this is the length of the kaftan, or the native rather. I'm working with the length of 36, I think, or 35, yeah. Then I go straight to taking my initial folding allowance at the bottom. That's what I'm doing right now. There is a folding allowance. You can make use of 2 or 2.5 inch. Then I determine my slit line from where my armhole length stops. That is the slit line. Then you pick the midpoint. The midpoint is okay. That's my slit line. Then this is my tummy line, or the belly. Okay, I'm cross checking. This is 48, but initial measurement is supposed to be 45. Okay, so I'm not going to curve the side of the native because it's going to have a side pocket, so I'm going to cut it straight, not curved, because of the side pocket that will be inserted later on. So that's my slit line. Then I'm cross checking my armhole length, which I'm making use of 8. Then you pick the midpoint, which is 4. You go down by 1 inch. I'm going by 1 inch. Then you take half and quarter of an inch. That will enable you to eliminate wrinkles around the armhole region. That is my neckline, making use of 2.25. On the neckline, what I use for the depth is what I use for the width. That's how I normally draft my neckline. So this is a freehand cutting. We can make use of French curves if you like, but I normally make use of freehand most of the time. Then I'm now drafting the armhole at seam. A French curve will make it more neater, but I prefer using freehand actually. So that's how I draft my armhole. Then I proceed to cutting what I've drafted as seen. Your cutting should also be neat as well as your drafting, as well as your sewing. Be careful. As in, gently. You can either cut exactly on the shock or after. So that's it. After the front panel, then I proceed to cutting the back panel. I normally do cut my native separately. Okay, so now I've placed the front panel on the back panel. Now the next part is to extend the the neckline to the back panel, as well as the shoulder, as well as the armhole line. So this is what I mean by straight shoulder cutting. So now I'm about to slant the back panel. So what I normally do is this is what I'm doing. I normally use 1 inch, rather, okay, the slope of the back panel, I normally do make use of 1 inch. So the height of the back panel, I normally make use of 5 to 5.5 inch for adults. So my shoulder cutting is way different from the normal, rather the regular. To me it's kind of cute, so that's just the way I like doing it. Then if you can iron it down or as soon as seen, gently. Then after that you cut as seen, gently. Okay, I believe my next video I will proceed on how to sew it as well. So this is how I normally cut my natives. This is how I draft and cut my natives as seen. So I believe you've been able to learn one or two that you can apply. Thank you. Alright, so the last part is cutting of the neckline as seen. So this part is a little bit tricky. I think I will make another video on it to explain in detail. So what I do after cutting out the front panel of the neck, I extend the neckline to the back panel as seen. Then I minus 1/2 inch from the tip of it, 1/2 inch as seen. So this, what I'm actually doing now is my neck formula of how I cut my neck. Then from where the notch is, you go down by 1/4, not up to 1.5, 1/4. This will enable the neck to have that deepening that will enable your piping or your neck taping to sit up well. So this is how I cut my neckline, and it works for me perfectly well. Do you see?